This is News 3 Now, live at 4, moving forward.
Good afternoon, everybody, and welcome to Live at 4. Breaking in just the last hour on this Tuesday, Madison police have arrested a 21-year-old man in connection with a shooting at Harmony Apartments that killed 15-year-old Kaisha Miller last October.
This is the first arrest made in the case. Arman Rahman joins us now to break down what has happened. Arman?
Brady and Susan, police say 21-year-old Donovan Douglas of Madison was arrested Sunday by the Dane County Sheriff's Office on drug and gun charges. Now he's facing charges that include homicide and attempted homicide stemming from that October shooting. And Madison Police Chief Sean Barnes called that incident a cowardly act of violence. Surveillance video shows 5 people getting out of an SUV at the Harmony Apartments and shooting about 50 rounds that night. 15-year-old Kaisha Miller lost her life and 3 other teens were hurt. The second shooting there in just months that kicked off a citywide discussion on violence and youth resources on the east side and at that apartment complex. And Madison police say more arrests in Miller's death are possible. The investigation is very much active. A press conference on Douglas's arrest is expected tomorrow afternoon.
We'll continue to follow it, Armand. Thank you. The other big story today, Vice President Kamala Harris made her first campaign stop in Wisconsin today for the first time as a 2024 presidential candidate.
This isn't Harris's first time in the Badger State this year. It will, in fact, be her 5th visit, but it is the first time as a presumptive Democratic nominee. We have team coverage of Vice President Harris's visit in Milwaukee with our political reporter, Will Keneally, who has more on what Vice President Harris discussed in Milwaukee, and anchor Eric Franke, who has voter reaction. Eric?
Cheering and getting ready and smiles. There's just a
Brady and Susan, really a remarkable setting here at West Allis Central High School in the Milwaukee area. This event was thrown together in less than 48 hours since President Biden announced he wouldn't be seeking re-election on Sunday. You saw that money come in to the tune of $80+ million in the first 24 hours after that announcement. Now she begins that run for the White House, really where the Republicans left off on Thursday night, right here in the battleground state of Wisconsin, which really speaks to just how crucial it will be come November 5th. For more on the speech that was given today, we bring in our political reporter, Will Keneally, who has more on the nuts and bolts of what the vice president had to say as she begins this run for the White House. Will.
Well, Eric, that's right. That large donation haul includes 1.1 million unique donors, according to the campaign. Now, during today's speech, Harris talked about the importance of the grassroots into their campaign.
As many of you know, our state campaign headquarters are in this city. Yes, and there is a reason for that. The path to the White House goes through Wisconsin. Yes, it does. And to win in Wisconsin, we are counting on you right here in Milwaukee.
Now, we also heard Harris talk up her record as a prosecutor, essentially setting the scene for what a Trump versus Harris matchup might look like. Now, certainly inside the speech, the crowd was pretty energized, and I understand that you spoke to voters afterward. What did we hear?
Yeah, we did, Will. We talked to some party leaders, some current members of the party leadership, and some past members of the party leadership here in Wisconsin. Also some folks from Madison that we ran into as well. A couple of teachers and also a former teacher shared their thoughts with us coming over here from Madison to listen to what the vice president had to say. Now, because of the expedited nature of the campaign and the plans since the president dropped out on Sunday, they waited until the last minute to even find out where this event would be held, and no doubt there is some newfound energy on the Democratic ticket for the White House.
She's fighting for our future. We're fighting to not go back. We don't need to go back. We're moving forward. You know, we've tried things. Those policies aren't working anymore. We're moving forward to new policies, and she's the one who's going to do it for us.
The campaign says they actually had to move this event to a bigger venue to accommodate all the RSVPs after they set out those invites yesterday. As Will mentioned, it's already the vice president's 5th trip to the state this year, and we will expect a lot more between now and November. Now, just hours after the president dropped out of the race on Sunday, as we mentioned, the donations really started coming in. More than $80 million raised in that first 23 hours. Towards her presidential campaign. It's the most money ever raised by a presidential candidate in a single day. On Sunday, an organization, Win with Black Women, raised over $1 million in just 3 short hours. Out of the 44,000 women on the call, one of them is a Madison resident.
Hours of the call, it was really about how are we going to support her, How are we going to, get a ground game going in terms of knocking on doors, calling people, ensuring people get to the polls?
Out of the 888,000 people who donated, it was 60% of their first time donating to the 2024 presidential election. Now, Republican Senate candidate Eric Hovde in the race against Tammy Baldwin is reacting following the vice president's visit in Wisconsin, saying, quote, Vice President Harris and Senator Baldwin are both failed politicians who are completely out of touch with Wisconsin families. They've done nothing to repair the damage done by the Harris-Baldwin agenda that sparked record-high inflation, allowed thousands of illegal immigrants to flood into the country, and caused a surge in violent crime. It is time for a change, and it starts right here in Wisconsin, end quote. Again, those are the words of Senate candidate Eric Hovde. Now, President Biden will deliver a national address on his decision to drop out of the 2024 race. That will happen tomorrow. The announcement in a primetime speech set for 7 p.m. Madison time, and it comes after, again, he suspended his reelection bid on Sunday. The president has endorsed Vice President Kamala Harris to take his place. And if it's any indication, the energy that just came with this very first campaign visit, campaign stop, again, which starts right here in Wisconsin, the supporters very much behind Kamala Harris, and they probably also look forward to hearing what the president has to say tomorrow night. Brady, Susan.
Eric, live in Milwaukee, also thanks to Will Keneally as well. Thank you, guys. Now to weather. We've had some isolated showers, couple isolated storms across the area. Let's get a look at the forecast. Chief Meteorologist Alex Harrington is on the patio. Nice afternoon, Alex.
Hey, Susan. Yeah, pretty nice afternoon for pretty much all of southern Wisconsin. Even out here in the patio, it's overall comfortable, although the sun just came out from behind a cloud and it warms things up. Of course, you got that direct sun on you. But we do have a couple isolated showers and storms still in our area, south and east of Highway 43 along 12 near the Elkhorn area, getting out of Walworth County. A lot of the showers and thunderstorms, the more persistent ones, have stayed south of Wisconsin, going on a little trip here to southwestern Wisconsin. A few showers just along the Mississippi River, south and west of Platteville, south and west of Darlington. And the reason why a lot of those showers and storms are hugging and staying along the Wisconsin-Illinois border is because of that isolated shower and storm you were mentioning earlier, Susan. They came through the area. It has pushed a lot of that energy to the south. We still can't rule out a couple of isolated to scattered showers and thunderstorms this evening as a cold front finally makes its way through southern Wisconsin. The clouds behind those showers and storms have kept temperatures in the upper 70s to right around 80, and a beautiful evening is in store here for Dane County and for at least for the next couple hours here coming up in Maine weather that we'll track to see if we can get any more showers and storms in Dane County and the rest of southern Wisconsin.
Thank you, Alex. After the break, the first of many new air quality monitors goes up in Madison.
And the director of the Secret Service resigns. We'll tell you what the president's response is.
Bigger isn't always better. Stoughton Health offers in-house MRI in a safe, inviting environment with convenient scheduling, friendly staff, and easy parking. Experience why patients are proud to say, "This is my hospital."
They don't clock out at 5 or care if it's the weekend. That means we keep working too.
So when Eric Hovde says that farmers don't work hard, that pisses me off.
Think of farming. Look at the old physical toil that it would take on your body. Now you're largely driving around a tractor.
A California banker criticizing Wisconsin farmers for not working hard? We know what that is.
Eric Hovde, what the hell's wrong with this guy?
I'm Tammy Baldwin, and I approve this message.
TDS Fiber Internet makes our home smarter. Working, playing, living, learning. It's all better with TDS Fiber Internet because it's faster, more reliable. It's award-winning internet served up by friendly local folks. It's what keeps us connected. And isn't that what it's all about? Say hello to internet that hits different. Say hello to TDS.
Dad, are you certain this is gonna work?
Nothing to it.
Are you for imprint certain?
Certainty matters, like the certainty of 4imprint, your home for high-quality promotional gear, including exclusive items and brands they love. Printed perfectly and guaranteed to arrive on time. To wow your clients, nail your next event, or inspire your team, check out 4imprint.com.
4imprint, for certain.
Madison Magazine's Summer Restaurant Week is here. Over 40 restaurants will showcase 3-course meals from $30. Plus, enjoy the perfect pairings with wine and more from Delicato Family Wines and Frederick Wildman & Sons. Check our online guide on MadisonMagazine.com to see which places offer takeout and dine-in. Save the dates, July 21st through 26th. Madison Magazine's Summer Restaurant Week, where good times and great meals come together. Presenting sponsor, the Keep Wisconsin Warm Coal Fund, and supporting sponsor, Roth Cheese. Unearth hidden roots of state agriculture with Madison Magazine. The stories of early black farmers and the new growers carrying on their legacy. Then meet local game changers of a new era in women's sports. Madison Magazine, online and on newsstands now. And the winner is Madison Magazine. Proud to earn 11 Milwaukee Press Club Awards for excellence in Wisconsin journalism. And the top prize for civic journalism in this year's National City and Regional Magazine Awards.
No more waiting to see a general surgeon. Stoughton Health can see you within a week. We accept over 160 insurances, including Dean Health Plan and Quartz. Ask for Dr. Aaron Schwab, board-certified general surgeon. Learn more at stoughtonhealth.com.
Well, you may see a new addition to street poles around Madison because the city is installing 65 air quality monitors to collect data on air pollution.
Our Ellie LaLiberté joins us now in the studio. So, Ellie, what does air quality look like in Dane County?
Well, this map is from the Wisconsin Department of Natural Resources, and it shows air quality throughout the state. Now, this yellow portion here at the bottom shows the air quality for Dane County, and it's in the moderate. Now, that's something that the city of Madison and its partners are trying to display to the public. These monitors will primarily measure the particulate matter, which is a specific type of air pollution like dust or dirt that can cause long and short-term health impacts. The goal is to get better information about air quality throughout the city and develop strategies from there. Madison's Sustainability Program Coordinator says it's also important for education.
Once we're able to compare the different areas of the air, we'll be able to see if there's disparities, understand if there's something that we should be communicating to residents. These aren't regulatory monitors, so we're not going to be able to make any policy decisions based on them. But we will be able to do is we'll be able to say, look, if there is an area that we're seeing like weird things happening in, maybe we should have a conversation.
The city received more than $400,000 from the Environmental Protection Agency grant back in 2022 to monitor the air quality. The team hopes the rest of the monitors will be up and running by the end of the year. Tonight at 5, we'll hear more about the health implications of air quality.
Thank you, Ellie. The director of the Secret Service is stepping down after the security failure that allowed an assassination attempt against former President Donald Trump. Kimberly Cheadle announced her departure in an email to staff. Cheadle appeared before a congressional committee yesterday where she took responsibility for what she called the most significant operational failure in decades. But lawmakers on both sides of the aisle asked her to step down and were infuriated by her lack of answers.
The lack of answers and the lack of report is just simply not something that we can accept here.
Look, our reaction, the immediate reaction to her resignation is that it is overdue. She should have done this at least a week ago.
Cheadle worked for the Secret Service for nearly 30 years. In her email to staff, she said it was with a heavy heart that I have made the difficult decision to step down. In a statement, President Biden wished her the best and said he would appoint a new director soon.
New video out of Odessa, Texas says crews are currently fighting a massive chemical fire. Officials say they're trying to evacuate residents because they don't know what chemicals are burning. Crews were called to the scene at 5 o'clock this morning, and it's unclear how long it will take to extinguish the blaze.
A cloudy day across most of southern Wisconsin, and we could see some storms. Meanwhile, I'm still trying to dry out from this morning.
Yes.
Yeah, you were telling me about your story of having a breakfast with a friend, and we had that thunderstorm that moved across a good portion of southern Wisconsin. Then, as you mentioned, followed by those clouds, and a lot of those clouds are high, thin clouds from fires way out west. To the earlier conversation about air quality, it's those high, thin clouds. That's that smoke from out west that's actually moving into southern Wisconsin along with the other clouds that are produced producing the scattered showers and thunderstorms, which should end this evening as part of the 3 things you need to know. Wednesday through the rest of the weekend looking dry, and the temperatures will go back up by the time we get to the end of the weekend. Along Highway 12 off towards the south and east of 43, we still have a few remaining showers and thunderstorms pushing out for our friends in Walworth County. Not looking at any severe weather with that particular shower and thunderstorm. Some more showers and storms south and west of Dubuque, south and west of Platteville and Darlington. And a lot of these showers and storms have stayed over the Wisconsin-Illinois border because of that storm that Brady was alluding to earlier, moving through southern Wisconsin, and it has scoured out a lot of the heat and the humidity necessary for redevelopment of showers and storms. But we're going to keep a close eye on that this evening yet. 77 in Madison, 77 in Lone Rock, 76 in Camp Douglas, where they got a little bit more in the way of sunshine today. 82 in Janesville and 80 right now in Monroe. Let's come on here into Dane County. We got 78 in Verona, 77 in Sun Prairie, and a little bit warmer, 78 in Stoughton, and a little bit, was trying to find a cooler one out there, but we're all 77 to 78, so we're all in it together, those 2 temperatures. Planning the rest of the evening tonight, maybe an isolated shower storm here in Madison between that 6 and 8 o'clock time frame. Then skies become partly cloudy, and then we'll be looking at some patchy fog overnight tonight. Those clouds again, scattered showers and thunderstorms. Everybody stands a chance of seeing 1 or 2 of those storms, but those storm chances will eventually dwindle by the time we get towards the wee hours of your Wednesday morning, starting off right around 63 with a little bit of patchy fog. Time for a little bit of viewer photos across southern Wisconsin. We appreciate the ability to show the weather in the area. Just get that phone out, just like Jane sending us this rain gauge picture from Verona. Just scan the QR code, and that sends those photos right to the First Warren weather team, like Don showing here that storm entering the Deerfield area not too long ago. And we had lots of photos sent last week of the rainbows and the lightning combinations across southern Wisconsin when we had severe weather. Alex showing us another one. Look at the top of the screen up there in the upper right. There you see that lightning bolt, even though the sun is setting. Always great to show those pictures, Susan and Brady.
That is quite the photo there.
It's beautiful.
Thanks, Alex. For teenagers, a combination of inexperience and lack of driving judgment makes driving especially risky.
Car crashes remain the leading cause of death for teens, so choosing a car for your teenage driver is no simple task.
Consumer Reports says 2 safety groups have come together with a list of used cars that are safe, reliable, and ideal for your young driver.
When your teen starts to drive, as Jackie Ferrara knows, choosing the right car is key.
Safety features such as the automatic braking system and blind spot detectors are there to make sure that not only he's safe, but everybody else on the road as well.
A good car for me would be something that's reliable, has high safety features, that's a comfortable drive.
And that's important because teenagers are among the riskiest drivers, with crash rates that are almost 4 times those of drivers 20 and older per mile driven.
Because young drivers are at such a high risk, buy a car with as much safety as your budget allows.
To help you strike a balance between cost and safety, Consumer Reports and the Insurance Institute for Highway Safety identified more than 50 used cars under $20,000 with top safety ratings. On the list, you'll find some popular names like the Honda Civic, Toyota Corolla, and Hyundai Tucson.
Luckily, cars continue to get safer, and prices in both the new and used car market have stabilized, so we've been able to point families to even better options this year.
Consumer Reports says that proven safety features like forward collision warning, automatic emergency braking, and blind spot warning are worth considering.
A teen driver's first car should be a balance. Not too big, not too small, and definitely not too fast.
Did you check your mirrors?
And as Jackie did, have a conversation with your teen before they get behind the wheel.
Making sure that we're focused on the road, limiting the distractions such as music and the amount of people in the car. Good job.
Always take your time, use your safety precautions.
This is Nadia Torres.
Well, those who want to and can splurge for a new vehicle have many recommended models to choose from, and one benefit of a new car is the bumper-to-bumper warranty that new cars usually come with. Well, when we come back, we're seeing what's going on in the 608.
Our Josh Sprider has details on a student-athlete event tonight. Stay with us.
It's time for good news, Madison.
Jazz at 5 this year is at the South Hamilton side of the Capitol lawn. Our artists come from a variety of backgrounds, whether it's students, seasoned performers, national performers, and performers from all over the region. You can find more information at our website, jazzat5.org.
And that is Good News, Madison, brought to you by Don's Home Furniture.
Vinyl windows, a 1970s relic, aren't built for extreme weather. At Next Door and Window, we have the answer. Fiberglass. Our Ultrex fiberglass windows last longer than any other window you can buy. Visit nextwindow.com to learn more.
GA, the advanced form of dry age-related macular degeneration, can irreversibly damage your vision. It can progress faster than you think. When GA threatens your eyes, take a stand. Slow GA with Syfovre. Syfovre is an eye injection that was proven to slow damaging lesion growth over 2 years with increasing effect over time. It's the only FDA-approved treatment to slow GA in as few as 6 doses per year.
Don't take Syfovre if you have an infection or active swelling in or around your eye that may include pain and redness. Syfovre can cause serious side effects such as eye infection and retinal detachments, severe inflammation of vessels in the retina which may result in severe vision loss, wet AMD, eye inflammation, and an increase in eye pressure. Most common side effects are eye discomfort, wet AMD, small specks floating in vision, and blood in the white of the eye. Tell your doctor right away if you have any side effects.
Every moment counts. Act now to slow GA with Syfovre. Ask your retina specialist about Syfovre.
I'm so happy I just put this dress on that I haven't worn in over 10 years.
This summer, feel confident from head to toe with Sonobello Permanent Fat Removal and get summer body ready in just one visit.
I saw the results immediately. It's the best I have felt since I was in my 20s.
My waist is tiny. I'm very, very happy.
I'm nearly 50, y'all, and my abs haven't been this flat since before I had kids.
For a limited time, take advantage of Sonobello's biggest sale of the year. Sonobello's board-certified surgeons use micro-laser technology to safely target and remove your diet-resistant fat cells for good on your stomach, hips and thighs, back, and so much more.
It will change your life. It did for me.
I can't wait till the summertime hit. Hot Mom Summer, here I come.
Call 1-800-905-6520 now or go to sonobello.com to claim special pricing.
Boy, it's hard to believe football is coming.
What?
High school athletes are almost back on the gridiron, and we're in the 608 with an event for all high school athletes across southwest Wisconsin.
Josh Sprider shows us who they have a chance to hear and learn from today.
Happening tonight, Upland Hills Health in Dodgeville is looking forward to hosting a free student-athlete event for local high schoolers. It's for those in grades 8th through 11th. It is called Thriving in the Place of Adversity, an event aiming to help young athletes take it to the next level. It is happening in the Dodgeville High School auditorium from 6 to 8 tonight. Professionals from Upland Hills Health Orthopedics and Therapy and Wellness Department will be available for questions. There will also be breakout sessions for athletes to interact with their favorite UW athlete. Those include Carrie Kodenko and Riley Mullman from UW football, Nolan Winter from Wisconsin men's basketball, Drew Stover from UW women's soccer, and Brooke Kuffel of the softball team. Joining them will be a motivational speaker, Yvette Healy, the UW Badger head softball coach. Healy is a former collegiate All-American softball second baseman and is entering her 14th season at the helm, with the highest winning percentage of any UW coach in the program's 28-year history. Again, this event is free. No registration is required, and athletes and teams that wear their school apparel will also be entered into a drawing for prizes. You can learn more by going to this story at channel3000.com. In the 608, I'm Josh Sprider, News 3 Now.
Thank you, Josh. After the break, a forum for the candidates running for Dane County Executive.
The issues at hand and reaction from the public. That's next on Live at 4.
At Harker Heating and Cooling, you can save a whole bunch of money when you buy an air conditioner. You know what's even better? Saving even more money when you purchase an air conditioner and a furnace at the same time.
Harker Heating and Cooling.
If you're about to replace your roof, stop.
There's a solution about 80% less expensive. 9 out of 10 roofs can be saved by RoofMax. Guaranteed to extend the life of your current roof by 5 to 15 years at a fraction of the cost of a new roof. RoofMax's deep penetrating power restores flexibility and water protection. Nobody wants to replace their roof. Restore it instead with RoofMax for 80% less. Call now for a free roof inspection.
Empire makes it so easy that you just don't need to shop around.
Real customers share their stories about Empire today.
Everything from the beginning to the end of the process was perfect. It only took 3 days from start to finish. Their installation was unbelievable. I am so glad that we chose Empire. Everything that we need to get it done and get it done right. The new flooring just changes your whole house.
800-588-2300 Empire.
Today.
My husband and I finally agreed that we need a new bathtub and shower. So he went right to work on handling the project. That's him going online researching bathtub and shower installers. And there he is, calling a few places to get an estimate. I think he's procrastinating.
Call 1-800-HANSONS for a new shower or bathtub you'll love. Installed in as little as 1 day.
It's okay. I called 1-800-HANSONS.
We custom fit your new bathtub or shower into your existing space for a fast, convenient, and hassle-free installation with any safety features your family needs. Safety bars, seats, and more with a no-leak guarantee.
Oh, hey, I'm gonna call 1-800-HANSONS.
That's great, hon.
Get 50% off installation or no interest and no payments for 1 year. Offer ends soon.
Call 1-800-HANSONS. Get it done.
At Harker Heating and Cooling, you can save a whole bunch of money when you buy an air conditioner. You know what's even better? Saving even more money when you purchase an air conditioner and a furnace at the same time.
Harker Heating and Cooling.
News 3 Now First Warn Weather is brought to you by Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor.
Discover a shopping and design experience as comfortable as the furniture. Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor. Schedule your free design consultation today.
You're watching News 3 Now live at 4. Moving forward.
Let's take a look outside this afternoon. That's a beautiful shot, isn't it? I'd like a poster of that.
I'd like to be there.
With the Capitol in the background, that's Olin Park. The view over Lake Monona. The weather words for today: storm chances continue. And Alex is out on the weather patio. When do you expect that? Tonight?
Hey, Susan. Yeah, a couple more storms still expected tonight. Then the good thing, if we probably don't need any more water across much of southern Wisconsin, those storm chances will go away by the time we get into Wednesday. Right now, radar 3000 showing what was once a thunderstorm near the Elkhorn area, now moving off towards Lake Geneva. It's just totally fizzled out. The storm, we call this when a storm collapses. Sometimes you can get some gusty winds, though, near the Geneva area when a storm collapses. Showers and a couple storms staying south and west of that Platteville to Darlington area. And as we move back into southern Wisconsin, showers and storms trying to pop back up again up towards Marquette and Green Lake counties. Been struggling a bit because a lot of that energy or that lift for those showers and storms is pushed towards the south and towards the east. We'll be keeping an eye on that. 77 is a popular temperature across all of southern Wisconsin and in Dane County, though we got a couple of 79s just to the south and west near Verona. It's still a bit on the muggy side out there. 66 here in Madison with that dew point. Coming up in my next main weather, we're going to track the rest of these showers and thunderstorm chances and when you can expect it all to end. That'll be in just a few minutes.
Thank you, Alex. Vice President Kamala Harris made her first campaign stop to Wisconsin today for the first time as a 2024 presidential candidate.
This is her 5th stop of the year. She was previously campaigning for President Joe Biden. Now she's campaigning for herself. We have team coverage from Milwaukee this afternoon. Our Eric Franke and political reporter Will Keneally are there. Hi, guys. Eric, let's start with you.
Yeah, you know, Susan, Brady, from West Allis, this is where Kamala Harris begins her run for the White House. And in such a quick window, the work that has to go into something like this to set it up, both from a security standpoint, to send out RSVPs to all these folks. But the key word you get if you're in that building today is energy. If you were looking at the candidates over the last year of this campaign and thought, oh, I'm not real energized by either of them, If you were in this school today listening to the words of Kamala Harris and the speakers, quite frankly, ahead of her, energy was the key word. And Kamala Harris also going to lean heavily on her experience, really before she was vice president, when she was on Senate Judiciary Committee, when she was Attorney General of California. We bring in Will Keneally, now our political reporter, for more on how she's going to use those experiences of her past to go head-to-head right at Donald Trump.
Right, like you say, energy is right. I actually got a watch on the applause that was given to her when she stepped up, and it's about 40 seconds, which may not sound long to viewers at home, but it's actually an eternity when you talk about that in terms of TV time, certainly. We also saw her talk about, as you mentioned, that record as a prosecutor, and we're trying to kind of listen to see what it might look like a Trump versus Harris matchup here, and really talking about that prosecutor versus felon connotation. Yeah, as you mentioned, energy certainly palpable. We were talking a little bit during one of the breaks. We haven't seen Democrats really pack halls like Barack Obama, for example, packing Bascom Hill in the same way. So this was the largest rally that we've seen the Biden-Harris campaign do so far, and that might be a little bit of a new leaf for them here.
No doubt, and she's unlikely to stay away. She'll be back in the state of Wisconsin, certainly between now and November 5th. Now, the top two Democratic leaders on Capitol Hill also throwing their support behind Kamala Harris today for the Democratic nomination for president.
So now that the process is played out, from the grassroots bottom up, we are here today to throw our support behind Vice President Kamala Harris.
House Minority Leader Hakeem Jeffries, along with Senate Majority Leader Chuck Schumer, giving their endorsements. She now has the backing of more than 30 Democratic senators, more than 80 members of the House. Vice President Harris has also secured the support of enough delegates to earn the party's nomination at the DNC. Now, the Republican National Committee also releasing a statement in response to Vice President Harris's speech today. It reads in part, quote, Harris can try to save face, but she can't reverse the nearly 100% increase in fentanyl deaths that have wrecked communities across the state during her failed tenure as border czar. Now, President Biden, we haven't heard from him in person at all. We haven't seen him since this news broke of his departure from the race on Sunday. He will deliver that national address on his decision to drop out tomorrow. That announcement in prime time will come at 7 p.m. Central Time, of course, on the heels of that major announcement that somehow has energized this base, getting strong behind Kamala Harris, both in terms of their energy here today, but also their monetary support to the tune of more than $80 million pledged in just the first 23 hours after the president dropped out. Susan, Brady?
Eric, thank you. Let's quickly check stocks on this Tuesday. The Dow closed down 57 points. The Nasdaq was down 10, and the S&P 500 closed down almost 9 points.
Dane County voters will have an extra oval to fill in their ballot in the upcoming August primary.
Our Merrill Hubbard is back from a forum at the Madison College Goodman South campus where voters got a chance to listen to the candidates for Dane County Executive. Merrill?
Yeah, Susan and Brady, I'm back from the forum where candidates explained why they should be the next Dane County executive. The candidates went through rounds of questions related to a number of local issues and human services topics. Melissa Agard, Dana Pelibin, Wes Sparkman, and Regina Vidiver are the names you need to know. They come from different backgrounds, and all of them are well established within the Madison and Dane County community. Attendees at the meeting heard these candidates speak about subjects including housing, homelessness, mental health, and senior citizen protection. I spoke with some potential voters after the fact, and they say it's reassuring to see such qualified candidates across the board.
It was really amazing to hear their thoughtful answers and to really understand a little bit about each one of them and how entrenched they are in this community and in their day-to-day lives and how meaningful it is for them each to really be invested in making change and being part of that change. It was exciting.
The Health and Human Services Department is the largest expenditure in the Dane County budget, making up about 40% of funds. So this meeting helped voters see what these candidates envision for the future of human services here in Dane County. If you missed the meeting, you can still learn more about the candidates through their websites, which you can find on channel3000.com.
Thank you, Merrill. Well, next at 4, voters are reacting after President Biden has dropped out of the presidential race.
We'll take a look at some new polls and what they show next on Live at 4.
Bigger isn't always better. Stoughton Health offers in-house MRI in a safe, inviting environment with convenient scheduling, friendly staff, and easy parking. Experience why patients are proud to say, "This is my hospital."
You can get sizzling savings of 29% off during Fry Construction's hot summer sale. Many of your neighbors already know how we strive to meet and exceed expectations with each and every project. That's why they voted us Best Roofer 4 years in a row. Experience the best of Madison for yourself with Fry Construction. Get on board for our hot summer sale. Save 29% off gutters or insulation with any full roofing or siding project. Schedule your consultation today at fryconstruction.com.
A lot of law firms claim to be experts at handling injury cases that involve large trucks. But handling one trucking case does not make you an expert on the subject. Experience matters in these cases. One local firm has handled 25 trucking cases which resulted in payments over $1 million each, and hundreds of others as well. Because Wisconsinites know who to call when it's a must-win scenario. They call Habish, Habish & Rotier. National reputation, hometown service.
If you're watching this Gerber Life Guaranteed Life Insurance commercial, there's a good chance that you're alive. And if you're not, well, this may not be of interest to you. Now, I know what you're thinking. Life insurance? I'm going to live forever. Death is what happens to other people. Well, for the sake of argument, let's assume you're wrong and that someday you won't be watching TV anymore. I know it's not easy to talk about, so I'll do the talking. If you're 50 plus and alive, you can apply for Gerber Life Guaranteed Life Insurance with guaranteed acceptance, regardless of your health. And since this life insurance is guaranteed, you don't have to get a medical exam. In fact, you don't even have to fill out a health questionnaire. For a free quote, just call 800-387-9724. Then when you stop, if you stop watching TV, your family can use the insurance money to help cover your final expenses or anything else. For a free quote, call today, 800-387-9724. Your kids already inherited your ears, allergies, and questionable singing voice. Don't make them inherit your final expense tab, too.
No more waiting to see a general surgeon. Stoughton Health can see you within a week. We accept over 160 insurances, including Dean Health Plan and Quartz. Ask for Dr. Aaron Schwab, board-certified general surgeon. Learn more at stoughtonhealth.com.
New at 5, Vice President Kamala Harris chose Wisconsin to kick off her campaign now that she's a presumptive nominee for the Democratic Party. Hear her pitch to Wisconsin voters.
Coming up at 5, I'll be using Future Track to look at the latest development of thunderstorms as a cold front moves through the area when it all ends at 5.
And ahead at 6, check out what it's like to be a swing county in a pivotal swing state. We uncover why Sauk County could play a key role in Wisconsin's upcoming election tonight at 6.
Well, it has been a wild few weeks in politics, to say the least.
That's for sure. Vice President Kamala Harris' campaign reports raising more than $100 million since President Biden stepped aside on Sunday and endorsed her.
So how do voters feel about President Biden dropping out of the race? Anthony Salvanto is the Director of Elections and Surveys at CBS News. Anthony, good to see you.
Hello.
Great to talk to you. How are you, Susan?
Good. So what does your polling show about the Democrats' chances without Biden? How do they feel about Harris being at the top of the ticket?
Well, good question, and not all voters are campaign strategists, of course, but they're feeling good on the Democratic side. By 4-1, they told us right after Biden stepped aside that they thought that upped the party's chances of winning in November. So that's number one. And then number two, we asked them, well, what should the party do? And 8 and 10 said right away they thought the party should nominate Harris. Well, that leaves the rank-and-file Democrats in sync with the delegates, which, of course, so far, Harris has picked up the endorsements of a majority of delegates, so she is the likely nominee at that point. That leaves that connection, if you will, between the rank-and-file, that's what they wanted, and the delegates, that's what they say they'll do, Susan.
Yeah, we've really seen how this has united the Democratic Party for the first time in seemingly quite a while. So if they didn't all get behind Harris, who else would have been, I guess, a front runner?
Well, let's take a look, because it's really interesting to see what effect this has on the thing I think is going to be most important, which is turnout. 4 in 10 Democrats told us now that this makes them feel more motivated to vote. That is important because Democrats had been lagging Republicans in saying that they were going to vote. So the question becomes, can they close that turnout gap?
that's a little bit of an indication, at least for now. Democrats say that they might. Well, I'll watch that because that's one of the reasons why Joe Biden, at least, had trailed in the polls to Donald Trump. If that changes for Democrats, then that could be a new dynamic.
And how does this influence their feeling about whether now they can win? Democrats, I'm talking about.
Well, here's what we knew before Joe Biden stepped aside. We knew that Harris, in what was then a hypothetical matchup, was trailing Donald Trump, but not by as much as Joe Biden was. That's number one. We knew that Harris at the time was running comparably among women voters. For example, this is going to be something I think we want to watch because we know that the Harris campaign is going to stress a lot of women's issues. She's going to talk about things. She's going to talk about abortion, that issue, and we'll see if that moves the needle. The economy is always going to be front and center, number one. And then the other part, talking about a unified Democratic Party, well, you found a majority of Democrats said that what the party should do is pick a candidate right away, which essentially is what they've done, more so than just waiting until the convention, because they probably wanted to get this campaign, this part of the campaign, started right away. So that's how it all comes together. We'll see if Democrats can maintain that enthusiasm, but that's how they're feeling right now, Susan.
Very interesting. 105 days to go.
Who is counting?
Anthony, thank you so much for breaking it down for us. Great to see you.
Thank you.
And in just a few minutes, we'll be talking with UW Health's Dr. Jeff Potoff.
The medical stories hitting the headlines on how to keep your family healthy.
Welcome to Oakmont Senior Community in Verona. Active seniors 55 plus will enjoy our new luxury apartments, professionally managed by award-winning Attic Angel Community. Call Demery today for a tour and reserve your place at Oakmont.
It's going to be another sizzling hot summer. Don't burn up your money on high energy bills. Get new energy-efficient windows from Champion.
We have saved 25 to 30% on our energy bill since installing the windows, which blew my mind.
Stay cool and save 35% off new Champion windows. Plus, get an extra $100 off every window. The more you buy, the more you save. Save 35% off your new Champion windows and $100 off every window you buy.
Call 888-4CHAMPION or schedule your free in-home estimate online today.
You'll get up to 57% off list at the huge 57th anniversary sale at Slumberland Furniture. Big deals, lots of big deals, like this sleek sofa for just $698, or this rich wood bed for just $420. This ultra cozy reclining sectional, just $1295. Plus, totally free doorstep shipping, no minimum. And our 365 night sleep guarantee on mattresses, up to 57% off during the huge anniversary sale at Slumberland Furniture. Big deals.
Watch this. It's all 100% real. Witness what happens to this woman's bags under her eyes in an actual time lapse in just minutes. Nothing has been doctored or tampered with. The very real problem will disappear before your eyes and hers with a revolutionary topical formulation that works in just minutes, and the effects will last for hours and hours. Over 1 million people are using this topical technique to visually reduce puffiness and bags. It works on sagging jowls, even fine lines and wrinkles on the face and forehead. Introducing Plexiderm. In just minutes, you can restore and beautify your face, even look years younger. And the look will last all day or all evening.
Oh my gosh. Wow. I'm just in love with the mirror right now.
Jump on board and say yes to this amazing $14.95 Prove It Plexiderm trial. You'll see why our customers describe Plexiderm with 3 words. Amazing, amazing, amazing. Order right now. We'll pay your shipping. Operators are standing by.
Don't miss Darlington's spectacular 175th celebration, Saturday, July 27th, with events on Main Street and at the festival grounds in Darlington. Enjoy a day filled with delicious food, craft and vendor fair, free inflatables for the kids, street dance, live music featuring Time Machine, and more. Mark your calendars and bring the whole family to Darlington for a day of fun, memories, and community spirit. Celebrate 175 years of history and heritage, Saturday, July 27th in Darlington.
Welcome to Oakmont Senior Community in Verona. Active seniors 55 plus will enjoy our new luxury apartments, professionally managed by award-winning Attic Angel Community. Call Demery today for a tour and reserve your place at Oakmont.
There's the Las Vegas Strip. You can see the Sphere there. Isn't that impressive? It is 107 degrees there.
Oh boy, it's a dry heat, right?
And it's partly sunny. Wow, no thanks.
Well, there are a couple of stories making medical headlines today.
How fit is the city you live in? The top 10 fittest cities in the U.S., they have been revealed.
We'll see if any in Wisconsin made the list. But first, there has been an increase in whooping cough cases in Dane County. 43 cases have been reported in the last 8 weeks. UW Health's Dr. Jeff Potoff is here for his weekly visit. Hi, Dr. Potoff.
Hey, how are you guys?
I thought whooping cough was a winter thing.
Yeah.
What is it exactly?
Not so much. So whooping cough is a bacterial illness. Bordetella pertussis is the bacteria that causes it, and we typically don't see it much at all. But we are seeing a bit of a spike right now here in Wisconsin, 43 cases. You know, what typically happens is individuals get vaccinated for this as children. You get kind of like your last booster between age 11 and 12. And then there's a recommendation that about every 10 years you get a booster. And you typically get this with your tetanus shot. People don't realize it, but tetanus has more than just tetanus in it. And what we typically see in the U.S. is at those adolescent years, so like you're past your 11-year-old, 12-year-old shot, but you're not quite to that, 22-year-old shot, your immunity starts to wane, you get whooping cough. You don't get really sick, but you do increase the risk of folks who are either very, very young, so like infants, or very old. If they catch this, they can sometimes do somewhat poorly if they come down with whooping cough.
And it kind of presents as a cold at first.
Yeah.
And so how do you treat it then?
Yeah, so at first it's really hard to know if you have whooping cough because it presents like everything else we always talk about, COVID, flu, common colds, things like that. It's not until after that resolves and you get this cough, which is very distinctive. Basically, when you try to, exhale, you'll just start coughing to the point where you're like out of wind, and you take this big breath because you couldn't, and then that creates that whoop. Which is where it gets named after. Once we kind of figure that out and you get tested and you have it, you can get treated with antibiotics that can help. And then typically, much like with the early days of COVID, you kind of contact trace and be like, so who were you in touch with? Do we need to put those people on antibiotics too to prevent more cases of whooping cough from happening?
Does it spread pretty easily?
It's pretty easy to catch, yeah.
Okay, so probably high school athletes and summer camps and places like that?
Absolutely, absolutely, yeah.
Oh, okay. All right, let's talk about the top 10 healthiest cities in the country. This was in the American College of Sports Medicine, their latest issue, and they looked at things like exercise, obviously, sleep. You made a good point about mental health services.
Yep.
It was a big part of the rankings. And let's see what the #1 city in the country is. Arlington, Virginia. Here's the top 5. I thought we were going to do them one at a time. Arlington and Washington are pretty close.
Yeah.
They're very close to each other. Seattle, San Francisco. Hey, look at this. Madison is #5. That shouldn't surprise any of us, right?
No, I think Madison wins a lot of accolades for being like not a bad place to live. So looking at this ranking, which did look at how well do we sleep. They must not have surveyed me for this one. But how well do we eat, mental health resources, and then exercise. They take these all together, and we perform pretty well here in Madison.
Yeah, it's a fit city. I saw someone riding his bike even in that downpour today. So I think people, no matter what, like to get outside and get the blood pumping.
I just think Madison lends itself well to that. We've got like a great bike network. We've got the lakes. There's lots of areas to recreate. It's not a bad place if you like to be outdoors. There's a lot of places to go.
Do we have the bottom 5 too, if you're curious, after Madison? 6, well, I'll just tell you. 6 was Minneapolis, 7 was Denver, 8 was Atlanta, 9 was Irvine, California, and 10 was St. Paul. So a lot in the Midwest.
Can that make a difference in your health if you live somewhere and you see, people out exercising or people doing stuff? Can that influence you to make those decisions?
Well, I think it starts to inform culture, right? So there's all these local cultures that we have, and if you're living in an area where it's just like everyone else seems to be out doing things outdoors and that's just what people do, you're likely to become one of those people that just do that too, and that can reinforce good habits, whether it's exercise or diet or sleep. We tend to kind of emulate the people that we hang around with.
And back to the whooping cough quickly. If you're feeling any of those symptoms, what's your guidance to do?
Yeah, I think if you're having that cough, certainly I'll call someone. I think otherwise what you're trying to do is the things that we usually do. If you're feeling sick, don't go out in public in case you have whooping cough. Don't give it to other people. Good hand hygiene is good with this. But if you do develop the cough, or if Public Health Madison-Dane County contacts you and says, hey, we have some news for you. It seems like maybe you were in contact with someone with whooping cough. Take that seriously and probably get on the antibiotics.
Okay.
Thank you very much.
Great to see you, Dr. Potoff. Thanks.
Now, Alex, was that you that I saw riding your bike out there when it was raining?
Nope, wasn't me. I do a lot of walking, but biking is something I probably need to get into more biking. Change things up. Radar 3000 right now showing a few more showers, isolated thunderstorms again, still hugging the Wisconsin-Illinois border. This morning, storms scoured out a lot of the energy, or at least a lot of the lift into the atmosphere, pushed it to the south. Although, just take note here near Edgerton over towards Whitewater, this little faint green line. We call this an outflow boundary from a previous shower. Sometimes that can be the lift for additional showers and thunderstorms. More showers, few thunderstorms over towards Platteville, over towards south and west of Darlington. They're likely going to stay and pushing off towards the south and towards the east. We're keeping an eye to the north to see if we get any additional showers and storms to develop that will sweep through the rest of southern Wisconsin. But before that, temperatures in the upper 70s to right around 80 degrees, so quite comfortable out there. Temperature-wise, the dew points are in the low to mid-60s, so there's just a hint of moisture out there, just a hint of that muggy factor with upper 70s to right around 80 across all of Dane County. Planning the rest of your night tonight, can't rule out an isolated shower or storm between, let's say, 6 and 9 o'clock here in the Madison area, with temperatures starting off right around 64 to start Wednesday with a little bit of patchy fog. Future track again, painting a few thunderstorms popping up. Camp Douglas to the Dells, sweeping towards the south and towards the east around 8 o'clock. Inching towards Madison. We'll see if these actually materialize with a lot of that lift out of the atmosphere. I wouldn't be surprised to see the chance of our thunderstorm threat becoming a little bit more isolated as opposed to scattered. But we'll keep a close eye on this here this evening across the on the First Warn Weather Team. By the time we get into the wee hours of Wednesday morning, storms are gone. A little bit of patchy fog to start off, as I mentioned, with low temperatures right around 63. We're going to go up into the mid to upper 70s for high temperatures on Wednesday. An isolated shower chance. I don't think that's going to impact concerts on the square in a negative way, though, which is good news. If you do get one of these showers and storms, quarter, maybe a half inch across the areas, they'll sweep off towards the south and east. And then as the show begins, we'll be live downtown. Temperatures in the low to mid 70s, ending the show right around 70 degrees. We heat back up as we head towards the weekend, turning warm and more humid by the time we get towards Sunday, with those storm chances Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday creeping back in, with highs up near 90 degrees. We'll be back in just a few moments.
Hi, I'm Fiona Rataj with the League of Women Voters of Dane County. Here are 3 things to know. Make sure you are registered to vote at your current address. You can check or register at myvote.wi.gov. If you do not have a Wisconsin driver's license or state ID, you can register to vote with your municipal clerk by completing the registration form on MyVote. Absentee ballots must be requested.
3 things to know, part of News 3 Now's 3 Cares Community Impact.
When it's hot, all you want is some relief. Relief from the heat outside, relief from sleepless nights, and relief from big electric bills. Even your air conditioning unit needs some relief. So when you wrap your home with our premium injection foam, it's like putting your entire house in a cooler. It keeps the hot air out, the cool air in, and your electric bills lower. And right now, when we foam your walls, we'll insulate your attic for free.
USA Insulation.
After careful review of medical guidance and research on pain relief, my recommendation is simple. Every home should have Salon Pause. Powerful, yet non-addictive. Targeted and long-lasting. I recommend Salon Pause. It's good medicine.
It's only paint. It's only paint that comes in an award-winning twist and pour container. It's only paint that can cover the brightest shade of orange known to mankind in just one coat. It's only paint that will inspire you to write your masterpiece. It's only paint that will help you become TV's hottest writer, where one day you'll meet this guy who starred in that thing. So yeah, it's only paint. Only easy opening, smooth pouring, change your life both professionally and romantically. Paint.
She's it. She's got my vote. She's ready to lead our country, lead our party, lead our future, lead our now.
Hear what local teachers think of Vice President Kamala Harris's vision for Wisconsin, coming up next.
The nation's top call for action team is going strong at News 3 Now, with nearly 400 cases closed and over $700,000 recovered. If you need help moving forward, call for action only on News 3 Now.
Well, take a look at this. People in central Paris were given a celestial treat last night when the moon passed through the Olympic rings on the Eiffel Tower. How about that?
Isn't that cool?
Yeah, the rings were installed in June on the south side of Paris' iconic monument by some 30 workers using 4 cranes. The Eiffel Tower will be center stage at the Olympics, with the beach volleyball competitions held at the feet of the Iron Lady and the opening ceremony happening on the Seine, which passes at the tower's feet. Pieces of steel taken from the Eiffel Tower have also been used to be part of the Paris 2024 medals. The Paris Olympics begin Friday and run through August 11th. That's so neat.
Isn't that beautiful?
And we'll be right back.
Right now, we're running our 60-60-60 sale. So when you purchase your new concrete coating, you get a $60 Visa gift card plus either 60% off installation or 60-month no-interest financing. This is one of our best deals of the year, so visit our website or call the number for your new floor today.
This famous wood fence from the show Home Improvement had to have boards replaced 13 times in only 9 years. Our fences outlast wood 3 to 1 and are all backed by our extensive lifetime warranty. This month, save $1,000 on your project. Visit the website or call the number for your new fence today.
Old windows? Compromise your home's comfort. Vinyl windows, a 1970s relic, aren't built for extreme weather. They warp and crack, becoming vulnerable to the elements. At Next Door in Window, we have the answer. Fiberglass. Our Ultrex fiberglass windows last up to 50 years, longer than any other window you can buy. And while other companies cut corners and never call you back, we've got your back. When you demand tomorrow's comfort, Next delivers. Visit nextwindow.com to learn more.
Want to instantly look more attractive and years younger? The solution is whiter teeth. But you love coffee and tea, maybe even wine or smoking, and all of them stain your teeth and make them yellow. It's time you discovered Power Swabs, the fast 5-minute revolutionary treatment.
The first time I tried it, I was so surprised. My husband was so excited that he wanted to run out and get it. He said, "What have you been trying?" I said, "Well, I've tried this product called Power Swab." And he said, "I can't believe how white your teeth are." From that point on, I've been sold.
Power Swabs are guaranteed to whiten your teeth up to 2 shades after the first application. After 5-minute daily treatments for the next week, your teeth will be an average of 6 shades whiter. Power Swabs will whiten natural teeth and remove stains from veneers, bonding, caps, and crowns.
This is a Power Swab smile. This is a Power Swab smile.
Call, go online, or scan the code on your screen right now to receive 50% off. You'll also receive the Power Swab Stain Out Quick Stick, absolutely free. And in addition, you will also get free shipping.
Madison Magazine's Summer Restaurant Week is here. Over 40 restaurants will showcase 3-course meals from $30. Plus, enjoy the perfect pairings with wine and more from Delicato Family Wines and Frederick Wildman & Sons. Check our online guide on MadisonMagazine.com to see which places offer takeout and dine-in. Save the dates, July 21st through 26th. Madison Magazine's Summer Restaurant Week, where good times and great meals come together. Presenting sponsor, the Keep Wisconsin Warm Cool Fund, and supporting sponsor, Roth Cheese.
Well, that wraps up our Tuesday edition of Live at 4. Hope you'll stick around for News 3 Now at 5, which is coming up next. Meanwhile, Brady's in the newsroom with what to expect in our coverage moving forward. Brady?
Yeah, it's been a busy day already. Well, tomorrow on Live at 4, Lisa Briggs from the Bruce Company is here. And of course, she'll be taking all of your plant questions. Can't wait to see those. And then next at 5, we head to Sauk County to hear how the shift in presidential candidates could impact the voters there. That is coming up next at 5. Hey, thank you for watching Live at 4 today. We hope to see you back here tomorrow. News 3 Now at 5 starts after this.